Joining us now, usually for our Mortgage Minute, we've got Frank Napolitano. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the other half to Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. Mike Hapke, great to have you here on the show.
Thank you.
So it's nice to see the other face to the company. Interesting too, because oftentimes we're talking rates and certain things when someone's sitting in this chair. We're talking about the individuals, the type of people who may not be able to get the lending from the banks, and why it is that you guys work well for them as well.
We've had a lot of changes to the regulations with respect to qualifying for mortgages in the past couple of years. And that has really created an opportunity for some individuals who are good qualified borrowers simply can't qualify under the traditional lending guidelines. So what we've seen now is a great demand for private lending. So we do operate with both investors and borrowers for private lending.
All right, what are usually some of the circumstances that people are finding themselves that they're not, when they maybe were able to on their first home or separation, things are happening that they're not able to get the lend right now from the banks?
There's really quite a wide range of situations, and it goes anywhere from people with bruised credits, and typically that was the only times we used to see private lending. Now it's anywhere between bruised credit, refinances that are over 80% loan to value. Sometimes it's separations, divorce. Sometimes there's past due taxes that need to be brought up to date. Sometimes it's construction financing. So there is quite a wide range of products that we can offer through the private lending channel that traditional banks don't offer.
All right, so this is for some people the other option that they're looking at once they haven't been able to do it at the bank. But for other people, this is actually their first choice because there's a difference in terms of why they may be looking to do a different kind of lend.
Yeah, and I'm always the first one to put up my hand and say, I personally have used private lending in the past. For myself, I was doing a large renovation at the home, and although I could get traditional financing through the bank, it was a lot more cumbersome to actually go that route, because when I was doing the building process, it's more difficult sometimes to get the advances that you need at the time you need them. So with the private financing, I was able to get those advances when I wanted them or when I needed them based on my build schedule, and it just made things a lot easier. So I did pay a little more for that money. It's a little more costly to borrow that money, and there's some additional fees. But for me, that level of flexibility that it gave me was second to none. So it
makes sense when you're looking at those advancements, when you're looking at doing a certain project coming in and you need that immediately. Now, your company, while you have so many people coming to you looking for lends, you're actually also looking at the type of investors you want to bring into the company as well.
There's no question. So obviously when somebody is borrowing money, we need somebody to lend the money if it's private lending. So we do offer private lending. We do meet with investors on a regular basis. Typically we're looking for an investor who's got anywhere between $150,000 to $200,000 that they're looking to invest. Now, they don't give us any of that money. We basically, when we have a file or a deal that we're looking at that we think might be a good suit for them, we'll pick up the phone, we'll contact them, we'll give them the details on that particular file, review it with them, see if it's something that they're interested in. If they are, then they'll invest specifically in that deal. So it could be $20,000, could be $30,000, $50,000, etc.
So it's not necessarily into the company as a whole, but it's into individual cases that you're looking at. So you found the investor, you know the borrower, and you know the story going between the two.
You got it. So they make a decision whether or not they want to invest in that particular situation on that property. And the rate of return is anywhere between 7 to 12%. So the rate of return can be quite attractive as well.
Well, it's something to think about on both sides for those that are looking to lend at certain percentage rates and those that are looking to be able to borrow. You can always find more information, mortgagebrokersottawa.com, and get just a little bit. Information is key, and so when you're looking to make those decisions, it's the best place to go. Mortgagebrokersottawa.com. Thanks so much.
Great.
Say hi to Frank for us. Hopefully, he did all right on the gridiron. I know he had a big football weekend.
That's right.